Welcome to Ask the Mountlake Terrace Cop. I'm Teresa Whipple. Sergeant Pat Lowe, it is getting to be fall.
Yes, it is.
Hard to believe. And
Kind of looking forward to the weather cooling down a little bit.
yes,
though.
I think a lot of us typical Northwesterners are feeling that way. But you know, one of the things that happens when it becomes fall is that the days get shorter. A lot of us are coming home from work and we get off of the bus or out of the transit center and it's dark outside and we might be walking to our car or walking home alone. And, you know, I know you're kind of an expert on personal safety. You do seminars for the Mountlake Terrace Police Department for citizens on that topic. Help us with a few tips on what we should be aware of as we are walking maybe down a dark street and what we should be paying attention to.
Yeah, no problems. One of the biggest things is just to be personally aware of your surroundings. Always be looking around. A lot of times people will kind of start not paying attention. They'll be looking down at some papers or maybe they'll have headphones on and not really paying attention to their surroundings. That's probably one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give is be personally aware of your surroundings. And also trust your gut. If you are walking down a path or walking from your car to a business or wherever and something just doesn't seem right, then it probably isn't right. So you should always trust your gut feeling on those certain circumstances. So those are probably my two biggest areas where I would say, gosh, you really want to pay attention to your surroundings, and if you don't feel like it's right, it's probably not right.
Okay. And I remember one other thing you said that I thought was really good advice that I've been trying to, in my head, think about as I go about walking around or driving around even, is kind of having a plan for what happens if something goes wrong. Like if you see somebody coming toward you and all of a sudden they make a sudden move or whatever, you know, just always think about what you're going to do next. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, and that's a very good idea because if you train in your brain basically on a plan that you're gonna do if something happens, then you're gonna act that way. You're gonna act in real life how you're training. So if you're walking down the street or if you're on a path and you see someone up there maybe 100 feet away from you, you can start thinking about if this person does this, then I'm going to do that. Or if this person goes this way, I'm going to go that way. And having a plan is really important because if you're surprised and you don't have a plan, then you're not going to know what to do.
Yeah.
And you may make the wrong decision. Yeah. So planning is also very, very important.
Okay, good. Good advice. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be back again soon with another episode of Ask the Mountlake Terrace Cop.